another DHG Industry stream. My name is Derek G. I will be your host with the most, and forgive my hiccups. I started hiccuping as I was getting the stream going. Anyway, so, as most of you know, yesterday was the first all-platform beta for Fallout 76. Excuse me. It was a 4-hour session, and it wasn't until like the last half hour, 45 minutes, excuse me again, that Jack and I figured out how to join up on the same server, and then we were able to team up and play together. But we had an awesome time. Now, the reason why I didn't stream it is that there are a ton of YouTubers out there who are much better than I am at doing commentary and stuff like that, who are covering the beta sessions. One of my favorite is Mr. Matty Plays. Hey, Matt. Anyway, he has live streamed, I believe, every single session that the beta has been open for. The next one is tomorrow, and it's going to be 5 hours. It's going to be from, this is Eastern Standard Time, it's going to be from 2 o'clock to 7 o'clock. And I'm going to tell you this, and Jack agreed with me, because we were on, in our party talking, even when we weren't on the same server. And it is for people who like to explore, read, listen to holotapes, really like go out and just the real experience. Basically, it's not. I mean, it's not completely real because death isn't permanent or anything, but it is as realistic as you can get. When it comes to the type of expectations you would have on yourself and others if you were to come out of the vault a short time after the bombs fell and everything, and had to rebuild various societies from the beginning. So I really liked it. Jack really liked it as well, but I will tell you, because I played solo until I was able to hook up with Jack in the game, and if you're gonna play solo, it's gonna be really hard. You're gonna have to, and even because I figured, because I watched Matty's stuff. Excuse me, I watched Matty's stuff, and I listened to him talk about things and everything. To do with Fallout, and I watch a lot of things. Like today I watched his BioWare video. Anyway, I really like him. He's a really great YouTuber, and even when he's critical, he's not negative, and that's what I really like about him. A lot of YouTubers have gotten, a lot of YouTubers lately that I was watching on a regular basis. They've been getting more and more negative and angry at everything, and so I've stopped watching the majority of them. And so, but he didn't cover it completely. I mean, he said that it would be hard but doable. But I'm gonna give you some real time, not some real time, but some real lowdown on it from somebody who is an avid Fallout player and an avid solo game player. The only other MMO that I've gotten into at all is Warframe, and that got really tiring to me really fast. In fact, that's how Jack and I met, is that we both play the same kind of we have the same kind of play style, and so we kept we hooked up on one of the missions in Warframe, and started talking in chat, and now we're best friends for the last 3 years, going on 4 years now actually. So yeah, The Fallout 76, if you want to play it solo, it is possible, by the way, because you can't be forced into teams or anything. But I will say it is very hard, because even in the beginning area, right around the vault, it very quickly escalates in levels against you. Like when I left the vault for the first time, I went left instead of following the routes that Maddie took, or that I've seen other people take, or following the natural way most people would go when going down, just going right down the stairs, right down the walkway to the right or whatever. I went left. There's a little dirt path, and I found this shack that had a couple of liberators and little robot things, and that wasn't so bad. There was 3 of the liberators, which at level 2 can be a little overwhelming, but thank goodness I watched Maddie's YouTube video about it, because he suggested, and he's right, that until you get up to almost level 5, really, don't worry about using weapons. Like, not weapons, like, I mean guns. Don't worry about using ballistic weapons of any kind. Focus on melee, because you'll get more bang for your buck that way. And once you get closer, like when you get to level 4 or level 5, you'll have enough ammo saved up, and you'll have enough stuff that you can start creating everything that you need to make good weapons. Plus, you'll usually have found a pipe pistol, pipe revolver, you know, a hunting rifle, whatever, to get you started. Because you will use up ammo like crazy, especially when you're by yourself, or you'll use it like no tomorrow. Anyway, so the drawbacks are, since you're not part of a team, you're not sharing experience points with the other people in the server. So if somebody comes before you to kill, let's say, all the ticks that are in this area, you don't get any of the loot, you don't get any of the XP. It takes a long time for it to respawn everything in that area. So there was times, I didn't even get to level 5 in 4 hours yesterday, because I spent so much time running into places that had been cleared out by the huge pack of people that were just rushing off to do the Overseer storyline. So it was kind of annoying, but it makes it harder. And like I said, when I went left, I ran into a lookout tower, but it was surrounded by level 10 super mutants. I was only like, I think, level 3 at that point, so I got killed, and very, very quickly, actually. And so, like I said, you know, they've geared this to almost force people to at least team up with one other person, and but it is possible to solo, but it's going to be even more grindy, than I had originally imagined. There are still some bugs. I did get some frame rate drops. The biggest one, however, was, for some odd reason, right next to the vault. I was exploring all around still, and where am I going? Right, I'm going inside to kill things. Not kill things, but to talk to Preston again, and Mama Murphy. Anyway, so I was still exploring, and it's really easy to find the haunted cabins that Maddie was talking about, and they're actually really awesome. And so I found that, I found
was
the lumber
a pretty
mill.
amazing display.
Since I was by myself, I
Just glad
didn't
you were on our
I
side.
didn't try claiming the workshop. Not that I had the caps for that anyway. And so
Guys, gonna be okay now?
Yeah, for a while
if
anyway.
you
We can at least move
are
someplace.
dedicated to
Listen,
solo play,
when we first met, you said you were glad
I
to help.
would not suggest playing
We owe you
this
a lot.
unless you like games like
So here,
The
it ain't
Forest
much, but it's the best way I can
and
say thank you.
Subnautica and the survival hunter-gatherer type games,
You're welcome.
because that's what this reminds me
Well,
of.
since you say
Because
that,
there's more of a
maybe you'll
focus
come to
on
Sanctuary with us.
exploring
use
and
your help
gathering
getting
junk
settled
to make and upgrade your equipment to then go out and do more of it. Then there is a
I'm in.
Oh,
bigger
that's wonderful.
storyline. And that's what people
More
are
to your
so mad about,
destiny,
from what I understand in the
isn't
comments section, besides the fact that, that's
I've
multiplayer,
And
um,
I know your pain.
is that because there's no real NPCs that we know of so far in the game,
Please,
and
tell me. I need to know.
and whatnot. There's no real big overreaching
All's not lost.
storyline like
I
there
can
was in
feel your son's
3, New
energy.
Vegas, and 4.
He's alive.
So instead of you being
Where's my son? Where is
the
Sean?
lone wanderer,
I
or
wish I knew,
the
Ken.
sole
I really do.
survivor,
But
or
it's not like
the
I
the
can
the
see
courier where you
outside.
have this
I can
great
just
ultimate destiny. You're just
feel
one
his
wheel in a
life
cog.
force, his energy.
One cog
He's
in
out
a machine.
And even I don't need the sight to tell you where you should
And
start looking.
so there's
That
no
green jewel of the Commonwealth.
direction. There's no
Diamond
sense
City.
of, I guess,
biggest
entitlement or
island
superhero type feeling with it, and
What's in Diamond
so
City? Is
it
Sean
could
there?
be a drag for a lot of people. I'm enjoying it a lot because
Maybe
you
it
are
brings
just
Ken's
whomever. You are
The sight will
yourself.
paint
You
a
don't
clearer
have
picture.
a name that you didn't give yourself. You don't have a voice that you didn't voice yourself. You don't have,
Preston,
We're
all gonna die eventually.
you're not being forced into somebody else's idea of what should and shouldn't happen. Um, And I think that's great
All right,
because it allows
Thanks to our
you
friend
to
here. It's safe
really
to move out.
immerse
We're headed to that
yourself
place Mama
into
Murphy knows about. Sanctuary.
into the world of Fallout, and go, this is what I would do if I was here. And
Hold on.
I spent a lot of time. I think the farthest out we got, I only did the first overseer camp, the area, but we got all the way to the Mothman Museum,
Let's just hope it lives up to its
and the town and museum, and we had a lot of fun with clearing that place out, because Jack and I were finally teamed up. So we had a lot of fun clearing that place out of the scorched, and then just continuing on. Now the scorched are interesting. The scorched are very, very, very interesting. And there was a few things that dawned on me when we were playing the game last night that I mentioned to Jack. You see a lot of what they call petrified corpses that are massively irradiated,
I'm very glad it's already dead.
and you see them in a few different places. And at first, I was thinking maybe that they were, remnants of people who had gotten hit by the bomb, the radiation and all that stuff right away. But then it dawned on me that this is long enough ago, and there were so many survivors that got turned into ghouls and moved on to DC or whatever, according to the lore that I've found so far. And there was the responders and everything, and they were working on cleaning up the area and trying to bring civilization back, kind of like the Minutemen in this game. that there's no way that the petrified corpses are remnants of the bomb dropping. There were a lot of them around where the Mothman Museum is, and the Mothman is worshipped there, for one, and two, quite literally worshipped, by the way, and two, it looks like the Mothman is actually nearby that area because we found a ton of Mothman eggs at that place. Around where the statue is in the middle of town, and then again around a sacrificial altar that we found near the waterfront of the town. And so it makes me think that maybe the petrified corpses aren't from the bomb. That makes me think that maybe it's the Mothman's gaze that causes this, because you see those big yellow eyes, right? And in the trailer, that it looks seriously looks like an owl and a Mirelurk had a baby. At least that's what it looks like to me. When I look at the what they said was the Mothman in the trailers and stuff from E3. So I'm thinking that maybe that Mothman, his gaze can cause if like he beams radiation and can use it kind of like Medusa uses her rays in Assassin's Creed Odyssey during that fight. That if he gazes at you long enough, that you will eventually turn into an irradiated husk. And I'm looking forward to seeing if my theory is correct. And it's stuff like that that it makes this game, 76, makes me look forward to it and makes it enjoyable for me. That and the fact that Jack and I will be able to play a game that we both enjoy together. And I'm pretty sure that he'd be up to the idea of, moving our camps together or close to each other so that we can be neighbors and, all of that. And I'm really looking forward to it. I already started building. I accidentally. Okay. Just fair warning. It costs caps to move your camp. Okay? So if you accidentally set it down like I did, you're kind of stuck unless you have 5 caps. And then in order to move your camp, you can't just pick it up again. I wish you could. I wish you could just pick it up again and not have to worry about it. But unfortunately, that is not how it works. You have to, at least from what I was able to figure out just playing with the game. What you actually have to do is find a new location that you want your camp to be in, and then choose move your camp. And then it will move your camp directly to where you are in the new location. It kind of sucks because I would rather just be able to pick my camp back up. Oops. I would rather just be able to pick my camp back up and then choose later. Like, be able to set it down, use my equipment and everything like that, and then pay to just pick it right back up. Because what's the point of having a mobile residential unit if you can't use it on the go? As long as you have the cash. And trust me, caps in this game in 76 are harder to come by than anything else.
I'm glad you decided to come with us. I should have listened to Mama Murphy all along. Pretty nice
the trading system is a little
I think we could settle down here. Make it a
boggy.
place to call home.
I should, sometimes there's a delay between when you invite somebody to your to trade.
What do you mean? Before
and
what?
And everything. It could be a number of factors. For Jack and I, it was because he forgot that he had to hold the button to accept the invite to trade.
Frozen or something.
You can trade for 0 money.
Just woke up
Jack and I did that quite a bit
Damn.
because
Like
he
one of those
shoots
old
a
pre-war
lot.
ghouls. You say you were frozen.
I'm a little more conservative with
Anybody
my
else make
ammo
it
and
out with you?
everything. And so I kept giving him the ammo that he needed for his gun because I was using a completely different type of ammo.
Damn.
And I gave him a
Sorry.
couple of stim packs,
hope
and
you're
then he gave
know
me
if
the
there's any way
ranger
I can
outfit because
help.
I already had the ranger
Anyway,
hat.
I am
And
glad
then
you're here.
we each found a bobblehead while we were on separate servers. And we discovered that you can use them kind of like an item. It doesn't prompt you in your inventory.
I hope you don't
But
mind.
if you highlight it like you would
But I've got
anything
another
else
favor
and you
to
hit
ask.
X to
I've had word
use
from
it like you would
settlement
like
asking
to
for
drink
help.
water or something,
There's still hope
it'll
in that Minuteman out
activate.
there.
And the
Somewhere.
the effect
The
is
only
good for an
chance to start
hour.
rebuilding the Minuteman is to show people that they can count on us when they need
And
us.
there's
Trouble
only
is, I've got my hands
when you
full
pick it
here.
up, that's it.
Do you think
Nobody
you could go
else in
help
your
out with
team
the
can pick it
settlement?
up. And I've noticed this was a thing. So
That's fantastic. The Minutemen could use more people
sometimes,
like you. By the way, if you want to help out around here
at least
talk to
I noticed this
I'm
when
sure he'd
when
be
Jack and I
glad
were
for
playing
all the
together.
help he can get.
In containers, whether that container is a dresser or an ammo container or whatever, in containers, there's no. It's hit and miss. Like Jack found stuff in containers that I didn't find anything in, and it wasn't just because of the fact that it was a container and he looted it or whatever. No, I also found things that he didn't, or that hold on, okay, so I accidentally that then. Okay, so that's all I needed then. I need a right leg. Okay. I gotta repair first. But what we were doing is I noticed this anyway. We would both be looting in the same area. We'd all check the same. He and I would check the same containers and everything, and we would find different things in the same container. So there is some elements kind of like Diablo where loot is different for everybody, but only in the containers. On corpses and in the actual environment, whoever loots or picks up first gets it. I think, and Jack and I were talking about this, I think that they should do more of a Diablo 3-esque thing if it's possible, and that is to make it so that everybody can loot everything and you're not competing for resources in that fashion anyway. Mainly because of the fact that hold on. Mainly because of the fact that there, like I said, when I was going through by myself, I would come into areas that had been completely picked clean. Not just of the just looking. Not just because of the fact that, you know, somebody came in, but because if you're, you know, everybody's working in the same area all at once, then there's less for other people. And yeah, it's just I'm repeating myself and getting confused because I'm trying to concentrate on the what I'm doing on the game right now. So give me a second. Pardon me. I'm overburdened. I won't be, or I'll be close to not being overburdened if I can get to Marcy. I can give her the armor and weapon and everything that I've got for her. Anyway. basically make sure you have at least one friend to game with, for this type of thing. I'm still overburdened. What the hell? Oh, it's because of that freaking addiction thing, huh? Yeah. Dog me, come here. Dog. I hate you so much. Come
Over here.
I don't know why they made it so that he does that. Anyway. Things I'm gonna sell. Let's... There. You know, I've never actually just walked around in just a frame before. Anyway, so give it a shot if you like survival games in general. I think you might enjoy it. If you don't like survival games, then don't do it.
I knew you'd join us here, kid. Your energy is tied to this place.
I used to live here. A long time ago.
Ah, but the distant past ain't so distant for you. I saw you leave that icebox. This whole world is like some bad dream.
My brain went all weird. I sneezed really hard,
Sight can help you,
and then my
kid.
sinuses are
Always
killing
has
me,
answers.
and
Just gotta bring
my
me some jet so I can see
brain got
what
all
it wants to
fuzzy.
tell you.
And I had those hiccups.
No. You're an addict. You need help.
Oh, not this again. Kid, listen to me. I'm old, even older than you think. If the chems are gonna kill me, then I say I've had a good run. We'd have never made it this far without the sight. We need it. You need it. It's part of who I am.
The sight isn't worth killing yourself over, Mama Murphy. It doesn't have to define what you are, or what you can give.
All right, kid. You got me. If me hanging around for a little...
Right.
Alright. Mama Murphy, you're blocking the hall. Will you fucking move? Thank you. I swear sometimes she does all this shit just to piss me off. I know. Fictional character doing what she's programmed to do, but still irritating as hell. You, my friend, depressed friend, are also going to be farming. And then where's Mercy? I saw her walk out. Where the hell did she go? This is what I get for not clearing the place. Because they could literally go and sit in any place that they want. I built Sanctuary and then just that was it, because I'm not going to be living here. So I didn't want to bother with it, and now I'm having to search for everybody because I didn't put a bell in. Probably should just put a bell in. Bell. Right there. Ring the bell. Oh man, I don't know if how many of you have seen the live action trailer for Fallout 76, but it is a masterful piece of work. Whoever came up with the concept of the script for it and the cinematography and the oh god, it's so great. I love it so much. And now whenever I hear that Beach Boys song, I'm going to think of it. Which is not necessarily a bad thing, but just like mind blown every time because I heard that song came on in the in the game, and I've listened to that song my entire life. I've heard that song.
You want my 2 caps? We should keep moving.
Shut
I
up.
want to be pinned down
Marcy,
when
shut
the
up.
raiders come.
Shut
Let's
up.
trade.
You have no right to be bitchy. This place is massively protected. Anyway. I'm forever going to be thinking of that girl with the SMGs just standing there in the field killing ghouls while she's smiling and twirling around like the fucking Sound of Music. I'm never gonna forget that. Alright.
Sure, let me just stop what I'm doing to talk to you.
Oh, shut up,
I'm
Marcy.
Leave me alone.
Now I gotta go track down Sturgis again. He's over there. Good. No, he's not there. Where did he go? He's over there. He's standing next to the stairs.
Sturgis,
You willing to do some work?
I'd be glad to help. Just tell me what you need.
Well, for start, just make sure we can sleep. There's a workbench over there I like it. Having a place to sleep will improve everyone's spirits. What we need now is a reliable...
Shut up. I'm on it. Clean water coming up.
Great.
Sturgis.
I feel better already, knowing we have a reliable supply. I hope you don't mind me asking. If we're gonna settle here...
I'll start planting right away.
Good deal. This place is starting to feel like home. Now that we can grow, the trouble is, what we need is to get...
I'm on it.
Ah, thanks. It'll make everyone feel more secure here.
Hey, Sturgis.
Thanks for doing that. We'll all sleep better. It's been a long road.
I was glad to help.
Well, I appreciate it. Of course, you know your windows, too. Blah, blah, blah.
There we go. Okay. I'll show you guys where I live right now. I'm using mods, of course. I had an increased XP mod on for a while, while I was building mainly to boost my character to level 30. I think I was 31 yeah, level 31. And then I took it off to make it so that I'm doing all my own stuff again. Holy crap, I went into a rad storm. Okay, so power, missile turrets, it's not attached, by the way. Let me show you guys. Yeah, it's literally floating in midair. I have my own air fortress, basically. And as long as I fast travel, I can get in and out. It keeps people from invading my house to use my workshops. But I'm still gonna have, see, you can see it here. I'm still gonna have Sheffield here to farm for me, so that I can get things going. So I made him his own little house. I did it up there so that one, Sheffield couldn't bother me by using my bed at my workshop, because for some odd reason, even if you assign a bed, they'll still sometimes end up in yours. And then, of course, the fact that the residents are constantly using the workshops, and it bugs me. Anyway, I will be back. I have to use the restroom. So, yep.